Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Dental Cafe. So today we are going to discuss about the mandibular major connector. In this video we are going to discuss about the lingual bar and the lingual plate, and rest we'll discuss in the part 2. Okay, then let's begin the video. So first of all, what is major connector? It is a part of removable partial denture which connects the component on the one side of the arch to the component on the other side of the arch. As you can see in the figure, it connects the component from one side of the arch to the other side of the arch and help in cross arch stabilization. Basically, we have two types of major connector: maxillary major connector and mandibular major connector. Maxillary major connector was already discussed. I'll share the link. You can go there and watch. Begin with the mandibular major connector. We have five types of mandibular major connector. First one is the lingual bar, lingual plate, double lingual bar or Kennedy bar. Then we have sublingual bar and the labial bar. In this video, we are going to discuss about the lingual bar and the lingual plate major connector, and rest 3 in the part 2. Begin with the lingual bar major connector. So we have a two figure. First one, we have a occlusal view of the lingual bar major connector, and second we have a cross sectional view of the lingual bar major connector. Lingual bar major connector is the most commonly used mandibular major connector. So in cross-sectional view, as you can see, it appears half pear-shaped in cross section, and the height of the major connector should be at least 5 mm and intentional relief of 3 mm away from the free gingival margin. So total we require 8 mm clearance from the floor of the mouth. We should have at least 8 mm vestibular depth for placement of lingual bar major connector. As you can see in the occlusal view, we have 5 mm height at least for major connector and 3 mm away from the free gingival margin. So total 8 mm vertical clearance from the floor of the mouth will required for the placement of the lingual bar major connector. So what are the advantages of lingual bar major connector? So first one, it is easy to fabricate, and the second, it has a mild or a no contact with the tissue or the teeth. And due to no contact with the teeth, as you can see in the figure, there is no decalcification due to food and plaque accumulation around the tooth. Then disadvantages of the lingual bar major connector is cannot be used in case with tori. When there is a presence of tori in the floor of the mouth, we cannot use lingual bar major connector. In case with limited vestibular depth, as we know, we require minimum 8 mm vertical clearance. In case of minimum vestibular depth, a connector tends to flex because of thickness of the connector is decreased in case of less vestibular depth. So tendency of connector to flex is more. So we require at least 8 mm of vertical clearance from the floor of the mouth. Now second is the lingual plate major connector. We have a two view of the lingual plate major connector also. First one is the occlusal view and the second one is the cross sectional view, and it is similar to the lingual bar major connector except the superior border. And what is the difference in the superior border? Let's see. So you can see superior border extend up to the cingulum of the tooth, but in lingual bar it is on the floor of the mouth, 3 mm clearance from the gingival margin. But in this, superior border is extend up to the cingulum of the tooth. And second thing, superior border should be scalloped so that it has an intimate contact with the teeth. As it has a contact with the teeth, so there is a chances of plaque and food accumulation and decalcification of teeth. But in bar, there is no chances of decalcification because there is no contact with the bar. The indications of the lingual bar major connector: when the most posterior teeth are lost, an additional indirect retention is required. This connector provides indirect retention by resting on the cingulum of the anterior teeth and by giving a rest on the premolar, between the canine or the premolar or between the premolar, as you can see in the figure. when remaining teeth are not periodontally sound. When remaining anterior teeth are not periodontically sound, then also we can give lingual plate major connector because it supports the or give indirect retention to the anterior teeth by resting on the cingulum. In case of Kennedy class 1 with resorbed ridges, Kennedy class 1 is when there is no teeth present posterior to the remaining anterior dentition. In Kennedy class 1, it is indicated, and in presence of mandibular tori because it is not rest on the floor of the mouth. So if tori is present, we can give lingual plate major connector, not lingual bar. Now the advantages of the lingual plate major connector: it is most rigid and stable compared to the bar connector and provide indirect retention when rests are provided on the premolars, as I already told you. An additional tooth replacement can be easily added. How? We can give retentive loops that can be welded to the lingual plate major connector to add an additional tooth to the framework. In future, any anterior tooth is decayed, we can add additional tooth in this major connector by giving a retentive loop. The disadvantages of lingual plate major connector: as I told you, decalcification of tooth structure because superior border extend up to the cingulum, so it can cause food and plaque accumulation. Irritation of oral mucosa because it is in contact with the oral mucosa, so may cause irritation. I hope this video is helpful for you to understand lingual bar and plate major connector, and rest 3 major connector I'll discuss in the part 2. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for the latest update.